Ekiti State University.
This lofty vision which our fathers bore. Blessed be thy diligence, most abundant dedication and passion for knowledge, honor, and service. Shining all space, I say shine. The goal is clear to best the best race, for strength abuse our nation.
Hail, hail, Ekiti State University.
As this Sunday, we're going to take the national anthem and next one anthem in that order.
the College of Medicine and the regulations of the Senate of this university and that of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. We are here gathered here this morning for the induction of 51 medical students that have been found worthy in character and learning. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the Provost of the College of Medicine, I welcome you all to the 6th induction ceremony of the College of Medicine. I have the pleasure, therefore, to invite to the podium Professor Adeola Ajayi, the Provost of the College of Medicine, to give his welcome address. Mr. Provost.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, members of the university, the college management as well, royal fathers here present, graduates, parents, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to stand here before you today to address this 6th edition of our induction ceremony in the College of Medicine. The journey has been long. The journey of this set started in 2017, to be precise. And none of those who are being inducted today applied to read medicine in the Christian University. But Providence smiled on them, because that was the year that the embargo placed on American admission was lifted. And so we have to, in order not to lose that year, we have to source for best candidates in anatomy department, physiology, and the faculty of science. So we're able to rank 50 students, the best 50, that we moved over to medicine. So that is how their fortune changed, and instead of reading physics or chemistry, they became medical students from that moment onward. So it is a moment of joy, and I'm sure that when they told their parents at home that they signed for, instead of the 4 years program they signed for, they are now into another 6 years minimum program. They take it with joy, like I did during my own time too. And so today, I'm so overwhelmed with joy that the journey of that time has come to an end today. We have seen the lights at the end of the tunnel. Even though there were issues along the line that you have to spend extra years due to COVID-19 and the ASU strike. But at the end of it today, we are proud winners. And so I want to congratulate the inductees of today, the parents and guardians, for standing solidly behind your words. And particularly I want to thank university management, ably led by the Vice Chancellor, for his support to the college. Because if the support has not been there, there is no way today that we can be talking of inducting this 51 set of students. Again, my colleagues, the lecturers in the College of Medicine, for being so passionate, for going extra mile in the course of the program, even when things were not rosy, even during the ASU strike, my lecturers were still doing the needful, just to make sure that we don't prolong your stay. And I want to thank them especially for this. My God will bless you the more. And on this note, as you are going into the world, please remember that you are graduate of EXU and EXU Corp. Remember too that you should look back and remember your alma mater. Because there is no way you can be pressed outside there. You are wearing the toga of the State University College of Medicine. whatever you do outside will give people the impression of how you were brought up from Ekiti College of Medicine. And so we want to advise you that as we have taught you, please behave well in society, so that society will be very proud to say that we are proud of Ekiti products, as we have been receiving commendations. I was in last week somewhere, sometimes ago for accreditation, and I met one of you there, one of our doctors who graduated from here. And what I heard of him, I was greatly impressed and protected the image of the college and that of the university. So I'm charging you as well as you go. Please, you cannot afford to do otherwise. You can only raise the standard. The standard is set that you need to maintain. On no account must you lower that standard. We expect certain minimum from you, and that minimum must not be lowered. It should soar to go higher. And as you are being inducted today with your Mbbs, you are now able to add the letter DR in front of your name to the above Dr. So and so. And I want to tell you that even that's just the beginning. It's just the tip of the iceberg. As you go out now, you will now become, you are going to differentiate into various sexes. You know what I'm talking about. Okay? So don't remain on your Mbbs. Do so, the Lord will help you. Your parents will be glad. I'm sure very soon now will be inviting us to come out to the wedding parties here and there. The Lord will be with you. The Lord will establish your home. And I wish you well. Thank you. God bless you.
Please, another round of applause for the provost and beautiful lads. Mbbs in the starting point. I can see people becoming consultants in our future. Congratulations once again. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to listen
to be here of this edition of the Induction of the medical students of the College of Medicine, Ekiti State University at Ekiti. I give honor, glory, and adoration to the Almighty God who has kept His children till today. We didn't lose any one of them during the course of this study. And we appreciate God for their parents and guardians who has allowed this day for these parents and guardians to witness the joy of their children. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the current state of medical students graduating today, which we call the Phoenix Medical, is a state of perfection, excellence, peerless beauty, and paragon. The skill set of the medical students were admitted in the 27-23 academic session, and it is cheering and heartwarming that these students are now graduating today, despite the stagnation caused by the 2019 COVID pandemic and the late acquisition of full accreditation of medical college by the MUC and MTCA. However, the joy of this induction ceremony is better than the frustrations of stagnation to complete the Mbbs program, which have been running smoothly since the induction of the first set of medical students. Experience perfection in all the spheres of their training in the university and in the College of Medicine. They have demonstrated impeccable character in behavior and in attitude towards the management and staff of the College of Medicine and by extension the management of the university. That is why none of them has been rusticated, because they are being good behavior. The management of this university is committed, religiously committed, to ensuring that the university moves forward despite the challenges and hiccups which have affected the university system in the past few years. I sincerely wish to appreciate the entire staff, teaching and non-teaching, of the College of Nursing for their dogged determination, their resilience, their commitment, in making sure that the 6 set of medical students graduate and inducted today. A lot of challenges. The same way, ladies and gentlemen, let me sincerely appreciate and show our gratitude to our noble governor and visitors of the university and the proud alumnus of this university. His Excellency, Yoru Abayomi Evangelist, for graciously approving a new 750 bedded medical hostel for the clinical students at the State University Hospital. A bold move by Mr. Governor to ensure that we sustain the increase in admission quota for the medical students and also to make a proposal for additional quota for the College of Nursing. The university on its own has equally secured a 100-bedded medical center opposite Exit in order to alleviate the accommodation problems of the medical students. Let me use this opportunity to appreciate the doggedness and the sacrifices made by the provost of the College of Nursing to ensure that this 100-bed space is available. We always speak at night, in the morning, in the afternoon. They can come to the office of the Vice Chancellor 7 times in a day with papers, not minding private steps to ensure that that adult place.
Thank you very much for supporting this cause for these students. I also want to appreciate the Chancellor of the University, Dr. Tujolo Rafael, as well as the Chairman of the Governing Council, Professor Kini, and the entire members of the Governing Council, and the Provost also is a member of the Governing Council, for their unwavering support to the College of Nursing and to the university at large. I, on behalf of the university management and the leadership of the College of Nursing, wish to express our sincere appreciation to our dynamic and amiable Senate leader of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Michael Opeyemi Bambele, who has graciously donated a clinical students hostel to the College of Nursing. The first phase, I'm happy to inform this gathering that the first phase of this hostel, housing 54 pre-medical students, have been allocated to these students and they are now occupying the place. The university has procured 500 kV generator to power the place. The water is flowing, all the facilities are there. We are preparing to procure a solar power system so that they can have 24/7 power supply in that hostel. I want to thank the university management for approving the funds to do all these things. The second phase, which will take care of 108 medical students, fully air conditioned, with all amenities there, is nearly completion. I was there last week. The bases are about to go to place. We are hoping that the next session, our students will occupy the place. All the 500 kV generator was both the first phase and the second phase. The boreholes are there to ensure that there is adequate water supply. We are grateful to the government of the state for supporting the cause of Senator Michael Opeyemi Bambele
to ensure that our medical students are very, very comfortable. We want to use this opportunity to make a clarion call to all the distinguished citizens of Ekiti State to do whatever they want to do to ensure that their names are written in gold. As supporting our endowment fund, which will enable us to commence the Bachelor of Dentistry program. The BDS program has been approved by the FPCN, but we need huge sum of money, close to about 5 billion naira, to commence the Bachelor of Dentistry program. We want to call upon us to please come and assist us. There's an endowment fund already going. The little token will assist us to procure the equipment to commence the BDS program. The pharmacy program is on course. The first test is now at 200 level, and they are doing very well. We are able to reconstruct and remodel the medical hostel in the Teaching Hospital for our clinical students. Some of these students actually live there. You see that it's a state-of-the-art project, costing the university millions of naira. And your university is now the best place to pass in Nigeria. According to our education and 2026, and number 12 in Nigeria out of 304 universities. And we have been maintaining this position for over 2 years now. Today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, 51 medical students have been presented for induction. Among the 51 medical students who have been presented today for induction, one of them, Dr. Ms. Irosota has 4 distinctions. That distinction is pathology, pharmacology, psychology, and surgery. It is equally worthy to note that all the inductees are passed through the crucible of training and have metamorphosed to become breakthrough medical doctors. It is very important to distinguish at this point to appreciate the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria for their support to the college. They visited their program this last year 2 times. They were not tired. Telling us, until you do this, we are not going to do this. And they were calling us, encouraging us to do more. And we are happy that the FGCN was equally happy when they came back for the registration. And they have actually approved the increase in quota to 100, and we are crossing up that by the time they come back with 750 capacity medical hostel and health suite, we are crossing up for 250 quota for medicine. So that all of us of university will have enough chance to accommodate it. We are trying to do our ability to accommodate this medical students. But in this institution alone, we have about 200 people on the first national space that I should do the achievement of medicine. And I told them I can't go with I have 5 out of 200. And God help us. And we beg those who are not happy. We beg them, seriously beg them to reach it this year. If there's anything that give us national quota, citizens of the Ekiti, we will be able to benefit from being like this. That is why we have to come to our rescue, to our aid. We still need a lot of facilities to be able to get this accreditation. A lot of facilities, a lot of equipment. Both personnel, about the university, they said that about 5 departments, and the department will need 5 professionals each. We are able to do that to ensure that we sustain this quota and demand additional quota. It is important at this point to also appreciate the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria for their support. The scrutiny of accreditation by the body has impacted positively in the overall growth of the college. They were too meticulous, painstaking The forces that came, how many of them, sir? There were about 24. 24 members came. I was sweating. Others, calm down. We are going to help you. And they help us. And that's why they came back. They said, go and do this, go and do this, go and do this. And they gave us 3 months to recruit the electricians. 3 months to recruit our 10 staff. 3 months to expand our laboratory. 3 months to expand our body tank. The anatomy department. And within 2.5 months, all these things are completed. We thank the governor of the state for assisting us, the alumni came to our rescue, the government came to our rescue, management came to our rescue, and we have to do this. When they came back again, they were happy, and they gave us go ahead, continue what we are doing. And we want to appreciate all members of the College of University, all staff here, for supporting us. They are working day and night to ensure that everything is put in place. I cannot appreciate the University of Houston, CMG and members for the collaborative efforts and partnership existing between the City Hospital and our university, which has obviously led crucial results, among which are the doctors of the because they are there as training doctors and they guide them very well. I congratulate all parents and guardians of this medical students that will be adopted today. Your patients are standing here to serve results. Your sacrifices are needed results. You have committed resources to take this children. My prayer for you is that the Almighty God will give you long life to read the books of your name. You will not bury this children in the mighty name of Jesus. I appreciate the Register of the Medical Council of Nigeria for our participation. Always remember to make meaningful contributions to the alma mater. Don't just go and don't look back. The resources that were used to train you were contributed by somebody. Come back also, do something for the university, and you will remember for doing that. Better is the end of the story than the beginning thereof. Thank you for listening.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are going to listen to the induction lecture. By the grace of God, our lecturer for today is already seated, and is Professor Adewe. And before it comes up to deliver the lecture, I'd like to invite to the podium Dr. Mrs. B.F. Beniojo to come and read the citation of the induction lecture.
An outstanding psychiatrist, scholar, and leader in public mental health. Professor Adewe received his basic medical education at Obafemi Awolowo University in Ekiti, Nigeria, where he also completed his clinical postgraduate training. He is a fellow of the Faculty of Psychiatry of both colleges, the West African College of Physicians and the National Postgraduate Medical College of Nigeria. Professor Adewe in further pursuit of academic excellence on the 2 advanced postgraduate training at the University of Manchester, the King's College, London, and the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. Professor Olubinga Adewe is a professor of public mental health at the Lagos State University College of Medicine, where he also served with distinction as the provost. He is an honorary consultant psychiatrist at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital and has previously held a research fellowship at the Institute of Psychiatry in London. Professor Adewe's research work has made significant contributions to public and maternal mental health. He has led landmark initiatives such as the Lagos Mental Health Survey and the Lagos Schools Emotional and Behavioral Health Survey. He was the principal investigator of the Grand Challenges Canada Funded Mental Health, a primary care project, and currently serves as the executive director of the Center for Mental Health Research and Initiative, with well over 130 publications in reputable peer-reviewed journals. His scholarly impact is both national and international. Let's put our hands together. In addition to his academic and research accomplishments, he has played a pivotal role in mental health policy development in Lagos State. As the chairman of the Lagos State Mental Health Action Committee, he led the drafting of the Lagos State Mental Health Policy and the State Mental Health Law. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the induction lecturer for the 6th induction ceremony, Professor Abiodun Olugbega Adewuya, a trailblazer.
Congratulations, the really people who are celebrating today. I'm sure my younger colleagues over there will think they are the ones though. The parents, please raise up your hand and wave. Through the issues the university has been having regarding medical education. I have to sign the VC. Medical education is very expensive, and Mr. VC, sir, thank you very much for supporting us. The VC also called for support. So before I go into my talk, I was having a chat with my colleagues. I, on my own, will pledge the prize for the best student in psychiatry, starting from this set, and the pledge of 500,000. I'm a civil servant, so that's just my media. Colleagues, let me address you directly now. Let me begin. You are entering a profession at a critical moment in Nigerian healthcare history. The system itself is constrained, but your calling to be a medical doctor is not. Today, we'll talk about confronting the reality together, and we'll try and look at the issues at hand and find resources to become not just survivors in the medical field, but healers, leaders, and agents of change. I remember when I was sitting where you are now many years ago, I remember thinking of the same thing many of you are probably thinking about right now. How will I practice medicine in a system like this? Well, let me tell you what I've learned so far. It is you who will define yourself. Before Nigeria happened to you, in quotes, you must first learn to happen to yourself. Should be that the locus of control of your life is in your hands. In whatever system you find yourself, only you can decide what you will become tomorrow. It is control is within you. In whatever system you find yourself, only you can decide what you will become tomorrow. Most of you will have seen the Mission Impossible movies. There is a saying there that is quite pertinent. It goes like this: your life is the sum of all your choices. Can you repeat after me? Your life is the sum of all your choices. Is you will face. What this means is that practically you'll be faced with equipment shortage, infrastructural delay and decay, inadequate staffing, overwhelming patient loads, salaries may be delayed, your welfare condition may not be optimal, and of course, you'll be faced with ethical dilemma of resource allocation and who gets cared for, especially when there is not enough for everyone. This will be the reality of your practice. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say everything is smooth, but I want you to know one thing. naming and recognizing a reality is not the same thing as surrendering to that reality. There is a difference in there. So, you face a choice of your career. The realities and the constraints of Nigeria, will you allow it to diminish you, or will they reveal your real character? That is the topic for today. We shape not just your career, but the lives of thousands of patients who will depend on you. So let's talk about the first part of my presentation, professional identity formation. So what is professional identity? Professional identity is not just what you do, it is who you become, not just in your career, but in life. It is the internalization of values, attitudes, and behavior that make you think, act, and feel like a doctor. It begins today at this induction ceremony, and it continues throughout your careers. Even if you change and become the video or computer scientist tomorrow, it follows you till you die. It's shaped by every patient that you see, every ethical choice that you have to make, every movement of suffering that you witness and respond to. Your professional identity is not your certificate that they are going to give you today and you are likely to put on your wall. It is what guides your decision, whether there is no certificate visible or not. It is what guides your decision when no one is watching you. When you are alone with a patient at 2 a.m. in a ward with no light, just like we experience here. Now, what are the core elements of your professional identity? Your professional identity has two foundations. Listen very well. And what do I mean by your personal values? I mean your ethical compass, your cultural heritage. For most of you from Ekiti, your Ekiti roots, that's IBG and the judgedness we know about Ekiti people, your family sacrifices, your sense of purpose, these are yours. They came with you to the medical school. You didn't meet them there. Now, the second one will be your professional standards. These are the medical ethics, clinical competence, and the commitment to lifelong learning that you have been given since you came to the medical school. This you have been taught here in XU, and they will continue to develop. The intersection of these two, meaning your personal values and your professional standards, is where your unique identity as a doctor will emerge. Your identity be forged really. Your identity will be forged not in classrooms, not in those textbooks and Grey's Anatomy you have read, but in real places, like in the wards, in XUs here, or in FMC college, or in FMC you do, where you make rounds with basic supplies. Your identities will be forged in rural postings in the Herald, in Ekiti, Itero, or my hometown in Paki, where you may be the only doctor for miles, managing everything from obstetrics to internal medicine to trauma to pediatrics. Your identity will be forged in the night when you must improvise because systems are failed and help is not coming. It will be forged in the choices you make when no one is watching, when you cannot cut corners, or even if you can't, you don't cut corners. I remember a night in my own career when I was posted to a village in Niger State where I did my NYC. So at night, the generator had failed just now. A woman was in obstructed labor, and I had to make a decision with only a touch and my clinical skills. At that time, I was so grateful to my teachers knowing who taught me very well what to do. That night taught me more than any other night about who I am as a doctor than any exam ever did. So how do you anchor your identity in this constrained environment? How do you stay grounded when everything around you seems unstable? I'll propose 3 anchors. First, ground yourself in the meaning of your work. Second, remember that patients don't choose their circumstances, and neither did you. You and the patient, you are both navigating the same broken system that creates solidarity, not resentment. So when they bring a patient by 3 a.m. and you are just about to fall asleep because the last patient just left, you don't resent that patient. The patient did not make that circumstance and you need to wake you up. It's just the system. So, your professional identity is your resistance to humanization. Because systems will always fail us. They humanize patients and doctors alike. Your identity, which is your commitment to dignity, to ethics, and to care, is how you resist. So let's go to the second part of my message to you. The moral courage during practice. So you ask, what is moral courage itself? Moral courage, to me, is the willingness to stand up for and act on your ethical beliefs despite barriers. And what are those barriers, if you ask me? They may be hierarchy, they may be because right now we are the lowest in the ladder of medical profession. It could be resource constraints. The CMDs and MDs sitting here may not be able to provide you with everything you need in your husbandship or your medical officership. It could be political pressure or it could be personal risk. So it's the commitment to do what is right for your patients, even when systems make it difficult or dangerous. That is what I call moral courage. It's not dramatic. Most of the time, it's quiet, it's lonely, and it's costly. But it's the single most important quality you will need to survive with your integrity intact in this constrained system. So you ask me, why is moral courage essential? And why does it matter so much? It is essential because it protects patient dignity when systems fail, and the system will always fail. Moral courage is essential because it prevents moral distress and burnout. If you compromise burnout, not from overall really, but from moral injury. Moral courage is necessary because it builds institutional memory and professional culture. Every time you act with courage, you teach the junior doctor watching you what it means to be a good doctor. Moral courage is necessary because it drives systemic change from within the healthcare. So, what are the ethical dilemmas that you are likely to face as you are practicing medicine? Let me make this concrete with scenarios that you face, perhaps in your first year in husbandship, or perhaps in your first month, or even in your first week. So imagine a woman in labor in a very general hospital that needs emergency CS. The family cannot pay the deposits. The theater staff refuse to proceed because, well, the MD had not asked them to because they have not paid. She's deteriorating. So what do you do? Again, let me give another simple and critical. How do you choose? Let me give you another scenario. Your consultant makes a decision that you believe is medically dangerous, at least at your level. Do you speak up, knowing it will damage your relationship and your career, or do you keep quiet? Or the very common one, to move faster or to get better care for one of his relatives. And at that time, I know one or the other is delayed by 3 months. Do you take it? Those are the ethical dilemmas you are likely to face. So, when you face this dilemma, you need a framework on how to respond. Here is my view about what you can do. Dilemma issue clearly and put a name to it. Don't rationalize it away. All you want to do is corruption, it is incompetence, it is letting recognize what it is. 2. Consult colleagues, peer or your older colleagues, your small senior colleagues. Moral courage does not mean acting alone. Talk to a senior that you trust, talk to a peer. If there is an ethics committee and policy committee in your hospital, yes, approach them. Third, apply these ethical principles. Does this respect the patient's autonomy? Ask yourself. Does it do good and avoid harm? What we call beneficence and non-beneficence? Is it just and is it fair? Fourth, act with professional integrity and document your risk. Write it down, explain your decision, which protects you and creates accountability. So the top part of my presentation will be the Nigerian health context that you're going to practice, I hope. you are responsible for how you respond to it. I repeat, why you are not responsible for creating a system that is working? That's an issue that most of you sitting down and thinking about. But started medical science. So the VC, who used for another places, another university, until you are already thinking about that, which is my business. We know that over 5,000 Nigerian doctors now practice in UK alone. Just UK, I'm not talking about Canada, Australia, or anywhere else. And I'm sure, those researchers, some of the new doctors sitting there, probably have on their phone IATS dates. They probably have on their phone dates for class, which they want to write the professional exam and run away. And I'm sure some of our parents here are praying, God, let my child get this and that time. Some other parents are praying, God, let my child stay and serve Nigeria. I want to see my child every day. It's a truth again. So I will not stand here and condemn anyone for considering migration. Level that the president came to me. I am collecting £4,000 with him. That UK citizen collecting £4,000 and you collecting £4,000 has a debt of £20,000 to pay back. You don't have any debt. And that UK citizen is not asking, what did UK do for me? You that you are debt free, you are the one asking what did Nigeria do for you. But that UK citizen that is collecting the same amount of money as you, King's Cross Hospital, is indebted to £20,000 because there is no way to have finance. Go with integrity. Honor your commitments. Your internship, your NYC, any bonds you have signed, or even with your parents. Do not just disappear and be posting. Don't run away when your parents are waiting for you in the village in Ekiti. And when you leave, stay connected to Nigeria. Friendly partnership. And eventually, when you return, make sure that the system is improved. That's if you leave. Now, if you stay well. Don't stay as a bitter person. Don't stay and then punish patients or juniors because Nigeria imposed, like it's normally say, has finished you. Stay and mentor others. Stay and innovate. Stay and advocate for reform in Ekiti and across Nigeria. Either way, either you stay or you leave, wherever you practice, either it's in Lagos, either in Ekiti here, either it's in London, either in Toronto, protect your patients, uphold your ethics, and remember where you came from. So, if you decide to stay, which I will beg you to do for a while, how will you thrive in this system, in this Nigerian system or in this system? So, you probably know better than myself. You'll be training here for a while. But let me give you maybe 4 practical strategies to not just survive, but to thrive in Nigeria and Egypt. We know it's a constrained system. First is community. Find mentors, either XU or FMC, do FMC, there are several doctors who can mentor you. In the basics, you may not always have a CT scanner or an MRI or all those gadgets, but you can always bring excellence in history taking, in physical examination, in clear documentation, and respectful communication. Master the basics in a very brilliant way. Third, regards boundaries. Protect your own well-being. Like they say, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Constraint systems like the Nigerian system breed burnout, and burnout brings ethical misconduct or shortcuts. If you need to sleep, sleep when you can. Seek help when you are overwhelmed. Your well-being is not selfishness. It is part of your responsibility to your patients. The fourth and the last is innovation. Both Ekiti and Nigeria need homegrown solutions. You can innovate into the line of telemedicine for rural areas. Who says you cannot innovate and develop health education models in Yoruba, not just English?
You can have community partnership with churches, with mosques, and local leaders. We are not powerless even when we remain in Nigeria. We are positioned to innovate. So if you stay, don't stay and grow. Stay and better your own life and better Nigeria. Yeah, among the graduates. Amen. That's everybody. Thank you. So do you know your villages? Are you sure? Okay. So you need to know who is in our form. You need to go to the communities that need you. You have a unique advantage that you train where you are from. Use it. So let's talk about your XU heritage. Let me remind you of something powerful. Yes, the Vice Chancellor already reminded us about how we are now doctors. But your predecessors in this institution faced a 10-year journey for a 6-year degree due to delayed accreditation by the MDCN. They could have quit midway. They could have transferred. They could have become very bitter. But they persevered. They passed their exams, and today they serve across Nigeria and beyond. Like Bo said, in last week, we have many of XU alumni, and they are doing very, very well. A round of applause for us. I know many in youth, many in UITH, and I've seen some in the UK and the NHS. And hospitals around the world, products of XU are doing very well.
Yes.
That resilience is now part of your institutional DNA. You come from the knowledge of determination and grit. That you stand on strong shoulders. They're not starting from zero. Nigerian doctors live globally. And not just globally, as in they are in UK, they are in US, no. In Ekiti here, sitting among you are actually global leaders. It's just that the prophet probably doesn't have so much respect in his own house. But the hairdressers in Ekiti, you can't find them anywhere. Even in Lagos where I pass, you can't find them there. I think a round of applause for our consultants in Ekiti. Nigerian doctors live in UK, NHS, in US academic centers, and at WHO. XU graduates are fully ones, serve with distinction across Nigeria and beyond. And right now in Ekiti, doctors innovate daily with limited resources. They are improvising, they are teaching, they are educating, and they are caring. So, inherent caring, resilience, their resourcefulness, and their moral courage. So you are not alone here. So, getting to the end of this, what is my charge to you today? Here is your charge as you leave the world today. 1. Develop a professional identity rooted in meaning, not just in function. Your identity should not be that I'm overworked. Your identity should be that I'm a healer, even in difficult circumstances. 2. Cultivate the moral courage to act when systems fail your patients. Don't look away. Don't rationalize harm. Stand up respectfully, professionally, but firmly. Number 3. Transform your constraints into catalysts for innovation and change. Remember that every limitation is also an invitation to think differently, to innovate, and to do solutions that Nigeria desperately needs. Remember the oath you are going to take today. When you take the hypocritical oath in a few moments, you will pledge to serve patients regardless of their circumstances and regardless of yours. I know it's a very tough oath. Actually, the first time I read that oath, I was like, who wrote this? That this is making you an enemy to yourself. Because it says there that no matter the circumstance, you will always be a doctor. But that is the oath. That oath does not promise you easy conditions. It does not promise you adequate equipment. It does not promise you that the salaries will be paid timely. It does not even promise you a functional system. But it promises your commitment to heal, even when healing is hard. Even when it's 3 a.m. and the lights are out, and you are alone with a dying patient, and no one is coming to help, that is when your oath is tested, and that is when your character is revealed. So ask yourself, after today, and in years ahead, what will define you as a doctor? You will not be defined by the equipment you lack, but by the care you still provide, despite lack of equipment. You will not be defined, or you should not be defined by the salary that you are denied or you are paid, but you will be defined by the dignity you deserve for your patients and for yourself. You will not be defined by whether light went off or generators has a problem or any systemic failure. You will be defined by the moral courage in your response to those failures. Fine? By what has been done to you, whether by Nigeria or anybody. But you will be defined by what you did for the patients in Ekiti, for the patients in Nigeria who had no one else to turn to. So the question before I leave you today, is that will you allow Nigerian problems and constraints to define you as a person, or will you define yourself despite these problems? Your answers begin today. It begins today in Ekiti. It begins today in Ekiti, the teaching hospital. It begins today in every rural posting you be, in every village you serve, in every town where you work. Every patient you encounter for the next 30, 40, 50 years of your career. So, in closing, let me say congratulations, our new doctors. Ekiti is proud of you. XU is proud of you. Nigeria needs you. And the world is waiting to see what you become. I pray that you find meaning in the work, even when the work is hard. I pray that you find courage in the challenges, even when courage is costly. And I pray that you find community in this journey, so you never walk alone. And heal with integrity. Go ahead and serve with courage. Go ahead and transform lives. One patient, one decision, one act of moral courage at a time. Thank you.
University Teaching Hospital, Professor K.K. Olabanji. I bring you good win messages and glad tidings. And I want to say the Ekiti University Teaching Hospital will not relent in our effort towards partnering with the university to ensure that quality products are shown out from this great standard of learning. It's obvious that the teaching hospital has a lot of role to play in ensuring that graduates of medical professions and other health-related professionals are properly trained. And with the support from the government, our new governor, His Excellency Mbbs, has been very nice to us at the institution. And we have no choice that to extend the same hand of fellowship to our sister institution. Bearing in mind that we are in one state. I want to also greatly congratulate you. You are very lucky. When I listened to your journey, I found that you must have received special grace, because none of you ever thought of becoming a medical doctor when you are coming to this institution. But God in His own wisdom has made it possible. You are graduating with DR before your name today. So, but aside the accolades and the celebrations of today, like the lecturer has said, a lot of responsibilities are expected from you. As a medical doctor, you are expected to keep the flag flying. There are certain minimal standard of behavior, and Professor is a father. Yeah, he said and will not like it to fill all the spaces without our students. There is a lot of prayer on the outside that we should be put, but he said we will wait until this class is over. So, we can be rest assured that our CMD is a father, and will really ask you in mind concerning your husbandship placement. And God willing, very soon, as you receive your certificate, the process has been started. God bless you and happy celebration. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. I say congratulations to our dentists for your new appointment. He's done everything. So,
especially congratulate the new doctors who are now my colleagues. And at the same time, I want to congratulate the family, especially the parents. And my special prayer for the parents that you go almost feel like ọmọ yìí àtọ́bí lágbára ọlọ́run ẹ máa máa rí wọn lókè lágbára ọlọ́run they will take care of you very well by his grace. I'm not going to speak too much because Professor Aderia, who I've not met for almost 30 years, has spoken a lot. I'm just going to mention 2 or 3 things to you. One is that as we are going out, whether you practice in Nigeria or UK or Indonesia or in my hometown, please don't forget to document everything you do for every patient. Documentation is extremely very, very important. I'm going to tell you a small story. Many years ago when I was a copper, I was serving in the state, Ogun State University Health Center. And when this boy, who happened to be a sickle cell disease patient, brought to the health center, and I examined the patient every 2 hours. And every 2 hours, I was documenting my findings. It was a sickle cell disease patient. At the 6th time when I realized this boy was not doing well, I referred him to Shagam Teaching Hospital, where I thought he would be treated. That was during the crisis of Abiola Abacha crisis, 1993. But instead of taking this boy home to the Shagam Hospital, where I referred him to, they took him to General Hospital in Jebode. And they came there. When they say yes, write it down. When they say no, you must not touch me, write it down. When they say they're not taking the drugs from you, write it down. And when you're going to do any surgery, for those of you who will be a surgeon, like me, orthopedic surgeon, please write it down and take consent from them. And I'll move away by telling you that many years to come, your parents will go. All of us will go. But the most important thing for you is to take care of them when they are alive now. Give them money when you have money. It doesn't have to be big money. Every month, make sure you send some money home to your parents. Every month, make sure you send something, no matter how small it is going to be useless. It's going to be wasteful. When you now buy many cows, many canopies, and many celebrations when I don't want them, they are gone. But make sure you take care of them as when they are alive.
Deputy Vice Chancellors, all the government staff of Ekiti State University, our revered Provost of the College of Medicine, the Deans, the HODs, the great teachers of medicine, and preaching. I want to congratulate the doctors of today and to say that you are extremely lucky because I know the kind of training that you have had. I want to encourage you to define yourself like the induction lecturer said. Don't allow the situation in our country to define you, but instead you should define yourself. I was just reflecting when I remember my own time several years ago. The challenges were not as many as this, but I know you will arise and shine. You will practice with dignity and conscience. I bring in greetings too from upward. I'm not representing the steering. I'm the acting provost of the College of Medicine and Health Sciences.
Quite a lot has been said, and a lot of pieces of advice has been given to you. I, on my part, want to congratulate you for this noble achievement that you have, that you are recognized with today. I'm not giving to long speeches. I'm only standing on the divine stool of the Father and to bless you that your way up will be smooth. You will ride on horses. The Lord will continue to preserve you, give you good health, and give you divine understanding as you navigate your steps in the clinical practices. God bless you.
The Vice Chancellor, who also is the chairman of this occasion, I will stand on the existing protocol at the same time. I don't want to repeat anything anybody has said, but I still have to say congratulations to the graduating doctors we have today. And I have a word for you. I graduated about 52 years ago. And I'm still practicing. I was very happy when Professor Mbbs came up here to talk to me. He said certain things which I remember telling him. He was the house officer under my COVID. The work you have to face as a doctor, very, very simple, but very dangerous, very tedious, but simple. The most important aspect of your job is when you are called to see a patient, you must go. I think the medical and dental council representative here will know that that is a very important aspect. So I was a member of the disciplinary committee of the Mbbs from 20 years or so ago, when early doctors were brought for trial. They will seize the case notes. They will make copies of it and circulate to all members of the panel. Your documentation, which Professor Lucy mentioned the other time, became the source of your defense. If you are called to see a patient, if it is 1 a.m. that you saw the patient, you will write it there. 1 a.m. And you must look properly. You are not magicians. You are not God. There are many things which you can change just by your natural behavior, which our guest lecturer has said. I'm sorry I'm taking a little time, but this is very important. If you don't know anything at all, your being present when you are called, you have scored more than 80%. I'm telling you why. 80%. This, I had the opportunity of being taught by the fathers of medicine in Nigeria, Professor Mbbs, Professor Lambo, Professor Ekiti, Professor Oshutoku, who happens to be the son of our son here. They will tell you your first responsibility and the most important responsibility is to attend when you are called. When you get to the patient, you may look. The more you look, the more you see. You are not magicians who will tell you the more you look, the less you see. You know a magician will tell you the more you look, the less you see. As doctors, the more you look, the more you see. If you get there and you don't have a clue as to what to do, the next thing to do, that's why there's a hierarchy in practice of medicine. You call your next senior on call. He also, if he has imbibed the habit of being present when he's called, he will come to rescue you. You will stay there and wait for him. When he comes, you will watch how he does what you are not able to do. That is how you continue to learn up the ladder until you go to the top. Professor Mbbs now. I'm very happy. It's not a profession. So that is how you will climb gradually. The day you are called to see a patient and the patient died and you didn't come, you are partly responsible for the death of that patient. And that is a heavy body you carry throughout your life. And you call your senior, it is your senior now that has the responsibility. He will do what he has to do. You will learn it. Next time you will not call him to come and do the same thing. I think that is very clear, isn't it? Don't play God. You are not God. And many doctors believe, okay, we are the leaders in the medical field. Yes, you may be the leader, but you cannot perform on your own. You need the cooperation of all the other parameters, and you have to carry them along. You have to respect them. In 1974, I did my first resection and anastomosis as a midwife student. It was a nurse that taught me how to do it. A nurse, I never forget his name. It's Mr. Inoa. He was a nursing superintendent. I was doing a mammography. I met a gambling interesting. I've never resected before. He just started giving me the instrument. He taught me how to do it. And I did this successfully. It was a nurse that taught me. You can learn a lot from nurses. Don't shut them out. All parameters can help you to rise and climb. So don't forget, please. I must not go without mentioning how I qualify to be like a medical worker. But there are other medical workers who are my seniors that are still alive. Professor Oluwasanlu was my teacher. Professor Esan was my teacher. Oga Ayodele Oguleye from Ogo was my senior in school. So I'm a medical elder. I'm not the medical oldest. So I think I will stop my speaker. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much.
It's we have learned a lot, the doctors, they have gained a lot from your wealth of experience. Please keep it and don't let it go. Everything you are learning today. We have heard from the fathers in the medical profession, and we equally have mothers. And as we have fathers, we have mothers, we have baby doctors. As I will humbly invite to speak to this gathering, Dr. Mrs. Omobolami Faculty, you are welcome to the microphone. Please let's welcome her.
Because this is a defining moment for our doctors who have been inducted at this ceremony. So I congratulate the university, the vice chancellor, and all the university authorities, and in particular the provost of the College of Medicine and the entirety of the College of Medicine for their doggedness in ensuring that Ekiti State College of Medicine is on sound footing. And so I congratulate our new doctors, your parents, and your family members. I say it's a defining moment. And so let's just follow the precedents of the previous speaker, my yoga, Dr. Pastamadi. He said he qualified 52 years ago. So I am a younger medical elder. I qualified 41 years ago. So I said it's a defining moment for you, just as it was for me then. And so if God has helped us this far, God is going to help you too. Congratulations. and I hope you are taking notes. Take notes, so I hope you are taking notes. So much has been said, but let me just quickly say 1 or 2 or 3 things that I think may also add to what you can note. The induction lecturer, medical women, God bless you. I'm proud to be a medical woman. The induction lecturer said something about maintaining your identity, and that is very, very important. Wherever you are, wherever you go, remember to maintain your identity as a doctor. A doctor is a diligent person. A doctor is a careful person. Be very observant. Because you are just, you are just starting. Even though you've passed the exams, you have been inducted, you have GR before your name, but you're actually just starting. So be careful to hone your skills. You are going to learn many things, but hone your skills, because from now on, you are the responsible medical officer. Because now you are going to be writing your signature on prescriptions. You are going to be writing doctor's orders. Your name is going to be there, the time and the date attended to the patient. So you are the responsible medical officer up to a point. And you've been told to communicate. So communicate and communicate and communicate. Elder, maybe once you retire, you are 60 and above and you retire. Or you also even have a child. Some of us have children who are also doctors and senior doctors and so on. So we qualify as medical elders also in that regard. Thank you very much for this
honor and privilege to stand here before you today as the president of the State University College of Medicine and online president. Together here next year to celebrate the milestone or to welcome you into the community that thrives and shares values of healing, empathy, and unwavering dedication. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you today, which marks a significant achievement in your life. In the study of the combination of countless hours of study, relentless determination, and unwavering commitment to the noble profession of medicine. You have earned your worth and the respect and administration of everyone in this room and beyond. As you step into the new chapter, remember that you are not alone. You are now a vast member of the medical and online, a family of professionals who have walked the same path and faced similar experience as you. We are here to support you, to guide you, and to celebrate your future achievements. Our alumni community is a tapestry of talent, innovation, and compassion, and we invite you to the integral thread of this ever-growing family. You will encounter both triumphs and tribulations. The world of medicine is rewarding as it is challenging also. Embrace every moment, for it is these experiences that will forge your character ahead. Seek not to heal, but to understand, not only to treat, but to truly connect with our patients. The difference we make will be put through the lives we touch into the Instagram family. And in conclusion, let me extend my heartfelt welcome once again. We are thrilled to have you join us, and we look forward to witnessing the valuable contributions each of you will make in our community. Thank you very much. Congratulations once again. Now welcome.
But I'm
let me stand on the existing protocol. Before anything, but I think we paid off. We thank God for everything. So, on behalf of the Ekiti State University of Mercy, I want to let all the, as I call your name, the place you stand up. I want to present officially to the FBCN registrar. So, as I call your name, please, you will stand up. At this point, no distractions, please. No distractions, please. Abdul Ganiyu Kudirat Ogunwumi, Ade Oluwaseun Samuel, Adeoye Blessing Timola, Ade Parusi Faith Oluwasefunmi, Adelege Tosin Stephen, Ade Seimon Yemisi Bolatito, Ade Tiji Praise Adeyinka, Adeyeju Beatrice Ayo Oluwani, Adeyinka Rachel Oluwatimileyin, Afọláyan Victor Temitope, Ayélọ́jà Matthew Ayọ̀délé, Ajayi Olúwaṣeyì Olúwatósìn, Akíndùsóyè Dayọ̀ Olúwaṣeyì, Akínọlá Ọmọwùmí Ruth Ògúnolúwa Isaac, Ayẹni Ìyánolúwa Akíntúndé, Awẹ́ Olúbùsọ́lá Success, Babisaye Fẹ́mi Damilola, Babisaye Olúwafunfẹ́ Janet, Dédé Adébáyọ̀ Rifẹ̀, Ẹ̀gbọ̀wọ́ Tọ́lápọ̀ Tíye Tọ́lọ́, Ẹ̀kúndayọ̀ Ẹ̀kúnlúwa Adébọ́lá, Ẹniọlá bí Paul Adéṣayọ̀, Sáfàmílà Mercy Adéṣọlá, Fáláyà Grace Olúwadámilọ́lá, Fájúgbà Olúwafẹ́mi Michael, Fẹ́mi Tìmẹ́lẹ́yìn Josephine, Fẹ́mi Ọláolúwa Mary, Olùsọ̀tà Ẹ̀dẹ́wẹ̀dẹ̀ Àgàtà, Ìsítọ́lá Olùpẹ́ Oyún Ọlá, Jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ Ìjọlúwa Ọlẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rẹ̀, Jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ Adéọlá Adétọ́lá Adétutù, Ọ̀fẹ́ni Joshua Olúwaṣeyì, Òkúta Ìsìdèbórà Ọláyẹmí, Ògúndípẹ̀ Ìyánolúwa, Ògúndọ́là Ìsọ́láyẹmí, Ògúnlọ́kàn Dámilọ́lá Elizabeth, Òjó Samuel Sunday, Ọlágodò Dámilọ́lá Johnson, Ọlájídé Tanímọ̀lá David, Ọlátúnjí Praise Olúwafẹ́mi, Ọlátúnjí Tọ́ba George, Olúlànà Susan Ìtọ́lúwa, Olúwọlé Blessing Esther, Olúyẹmí Olúwatóyìn Sunday, Ọ́jì Dámilọ́lá Ọlájídé, Oríjì Dámilọ́lá Ọlájídé, Ọ̀sẹ́sùsì Olútọ́pẹ́ Àpọ́sẹ̀dé, Oyeyẹmí Olúwaṣeyì Stephen, Oyelapọ̀ Goodness Olúwọlé, Kókóọlá Ṣefúnmi, Samson Gloria Olúwa. So, on behalf of the University and the College of Nursing, I present to you these 51 inductees to you, sir.
The Vice Chancellor, sir. The Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academics, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Administration, the University Registrar, the University Bursar, the University Librarian, the Provost of the College, the Induction Lecturer, the distinguished professors here present today, deans of faculties, heads of departments, proud parents and guardians, inductees, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Graduates to be inducted and continue with their life. It is a great honor that the registrar allowed me to be here with you today. As I said earlier, to have been with you. But she asked me to conduct this induction ceremony on her behalf.
It is with great honor and deep sense of humility that I stand before you on behalf of the Registrar and Chief Executive Officer of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Professor Fatima Makari, alongside the Chairman of this occasion, who is the Vice Chancellor, the Provost of this esteemed college, and the entire management team of this university. We gather here today to celebrate significant achievement in the lives of our newest medical graduates as they embark on their journey to the noble profession of medicine. Speaking with the permission or authority of the Professor Kari, the Chief Executive Officer of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, I am to note that today marks the culmination of years of dedication, hard work, and unwavering commitment. Indeed, the Ekiti State University College of Medicine has established itself as a beacon of excellence, and you, the graduates, are testament to that legacy. This calls aims to support institutions in expanding their intake of medical students and their retention capacity so that additional doctors are employed after their training. Let me also take a moment to acknowledge the unwavering support of the parents and guardians, your investment of resources, prayers, and guidance. If I'm second on call, you can't call me. You have to go and do something before calling me. If I come, I will ask you, what have you done? You must do something before you call me, so they will call you. Be friends with them. Otherwise, well, I do. Bear in mind that doctors must command respect of both police and communities. Now, after today's induction, the council will register you and provide you with provisional registration certificates at military hospitals for your 1-year mandatory housemanship. Now, last month, before, with your provisional registration certificate, you have to do your housemanship in the state hospitals, private or military, because this portal that we are controlling now is only federal institutions. However, if you are decided to do your housemanship in the 3 dimensional state, private, and then the military hospitals, you still have to go to the portal after getting your appointment letter and upload that appointment letter. You just deployed that last month. If you didn't upload, you will not be able to register for your full registration after finishing your housemanship. So you must do that. You go to the portal, you will see where it's private / state government hospitals. You click there, it will now guide you on to upload that appointment letter. For those that are going for private institutions, you select that hospital there. So please do that. Display, that will be the panel. Investigation panel will get the files and review. So write date, time, and wherever you are doing what else are you changing, put the investigation that and then put that person's name in bracket. To what? To exonerate yourself, because they will still hold you responsible in the hospital. But for us, we won't hold you, we hold them. So do the right thing. Anything you can handle, prepare over after your full. But for now, and again, if you have your provisional license, you are only doctors in that hospital that you're doing your housemanship. If you step out and do PP, that's criminal. Yes, because you are only in that hospital. You are working under supervision. You are working under supervision. So if you are out, under whose supervision are you working? You don't finish housemanship, you want to do PP. Please, don't do that. And again, I'm advising you, please, don't start housemanship before getting provisional license. You may think that hospital is assisting you, but it's putting you into trouble. When you finish your housemanship, we will not process your full registration certificate. You know why? Because any housemanship before that provisional registration is what? Null and void. So please, don't be in a hurry. Get your, after all, before you spend 2 months, 3 months with you, but now we process all this within your housemanship. Papa, go to Mama Doctor. Please, I allow them this 1 year, let them learn a lot in the hospital. Allow them the children to provide despite doing the house money for the next 1 year. They are still in training. The practice of medicine skills are very important, and what this is the time that they learn one or two things, and it's very, very important. I've already discussed this. So at the end of your house management academy, the CMDON sign you off. You will use that, you call the certificate of experience, that's your house management forms. You fill them and then send them to us, the hard copy. You cover the hard copy, the cover letter, and your what? The copies of that document. You must send us in hard copies. You can upload others, all other things on your what? On your portal. We now process your full registration. You use that one to apply for a full registration certificate. And you know the full registration certificate is your first professional certification. And you all know that without full registration certificate now, you can't proceed to your national youth service, unlike before. You must have your full registration certificate before you proceed for your national youth. Make mistakes in filling those forms. And some of you again, I don't know why some are in the nest. You will sign off before you finish house management. You see a doctor and sign off 25th August. And finishing house management 30th August. We will not process. Maybe if you want to write your exams, your primary exams or whatever, you are enhanced. We will not process. Why? Because the CMP or MP sign you off before what? You finish house management. One of those 35 days. And you know house management must work your formation and then the 3 additional powers. As a I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patients will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of their care. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises freely and upon my honor. You have now been admitted in the profession of medicine. And as I told you earlier, you are doctors in that hospital. For now, yes. Then a general declaration. Now you are doctors. If I said I, doctor, you can mention your name. So you know, again. I, Doctor. Do the best of my knowledge and ability for the good, safety and welfare of all persons, committing themselves to my care and attention, and that I will faithfully obey the rules and regulations of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, and all other laws that are made for the control of the medical and dental professions in Nigeria. So help me God. Your right hand up and repeat after me. If I said, I, Dr. Ajayi Ayodele, blah blah blah. Dr. Julia Bai, affirm the pledge you have just taken. So help me God. The last part, that is the 3 traditional bows. The first bow goes to your teachers for what they have done for you. You know what they have done for you, from pre-clinicals to clinicals. The last but not the least, your parents and guardians. You know what they have done for you. So all of them deserve these commendations of the state government and the university community at large. This is a Yoruba community. I know you know how to bow very well. I was in Enugu last week. So I told them maybe I should do my Yoruba man to go and show them how to bow. Chancellor, on behalf of the state government and the university community at large. So after 2, 3. Are you satisfied, sir? Alright. You will take your seat. The next bow goes to your teachers. You know when you come, you don't know anterior, posterior, superior, inferior, lateral. How many people know they're coming out? They have spent a lot of time in clinicals. Maybe the neurologist will come and just demonstrate knee-jack reflex and call you tomorrow, come and start fumbling. Will go over, or cardiologists will come and mention 30 complications of CCL or ventricular failure. And when you come and mention, you start fumbling, they still go over and over again. So they have done a lot from you, from pre-clinicals to clinicals. May I respectfully and kindly request the provost of this esteemed college, Professor Deji Ajayi, to stand and receive this bow on behalf of the teachers of medicine. So after the count of 3, you can give him this bow. 1, 2, 3. Are you satisfied, sir? Alright. Just stop. You will take your seat, sir. The last but not the least. They have done a lot for you. Sometimes you lie to them, but they know you are lying. And what? Comfortable. Have a conducive atmosphere and precious body. They provide you with all what you needed. So please, they deserve this money. Your parents and guardians, please give them this money. So after the count of 3, you can give them this money. 1, 2, 3. For what? Handshakes of the Vice Chancellor of the Campus. Thank you.
Dr. Abe Oluwaseun Samuel. Dr. Adeoye Blessing Tinola. Dr. Adepanusi Faith Oluwaseun. Dr. Tosin Stephen. Dr. Adesemon Kemisi Dr. Dr. Adeyemi Beatrice Ayọ̀olúwani. Dr. Adeyinka Rachel Olúwatímilẹ́yìn. Dr. Afọláyan Victor Tèmítọ́pẹ́. Dr. Ayélọ́yà Matthew Ayọ̀délé. Dr. Ajayi Olúwaṣeyì Olúwatósìn. Dr. Akínsóyè Dayọ̀ Olúwaṣeyì. Dr. Akínọlá Ọmọwùmí. Dr. Akínsíkà Ògbódúwà Àìjè. Dr. Awẹ́ Olúbísọ́lá Success. Dr. Abisaye Nífẹ̀mí Dámilọ́lá. Dr. Abisaye Olúwafúnfẹ́ Jẹ́nì. Dr. Bẹ́gidé Adébáyọ̀ Raymond. Dr. Ẹ̀sìnmọ́sọ́lákọ̀ Fífọ́pẹ́. Dr. Ẹ̀kúndayọ̀ Ẹ̀kúndúwà Abíbọ́lá. Dr. Ẹ̀jọ̀lábí Paul Adéṣayọ̀. Dr. Pápánínà Mercy Adéṣọlá. Dr. Fáláyà Grace Olúwadámilọ́lá. Dr. Fálúgbà Olúwafẹ́mi Michael. Can you please clear us so that they can come out? Dr. Fálúgbà Olúwafẹ́mi Michael. Dr. Fẹ́mi Tìmílẹ́yìn Josephine. Dr. Fẹ́mi Ọláolúwamẹ́yìn. Dr. Irisota Adéwọ̀n Akátá. Dr. Ìsìndọ̀là Mọ́dúpẹ́ Oyinlọ́lá. Dr. Gẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ Ìdòlúwa Olẹ́nikẹ́jìmí. Dr. Jẹ̀kẹ̀lẹ́ Adétọ́lá Adétutù. Dr. Ọ̀pẹ́ni Joshua Olúwaṣeyì. Dr. Ògúndàjì Ìdìbòlà Olúwayẹmí Olúyẹmí. Dr. Ògúndípẹ̀ Ìyánolúwa. Dr. Ògúndọ̀là Bísọ́lá Ẹlí. Dr. Ògúnlógún Dámilọ́lá Elizabeth. Dr. Ọlágbòdo Dámilọ́lá Johnson. Dr. Ọlájídé Adétúnọ̀lá David. Dr. Ọlátúnjí Praise Olúwafẹ́mi. Dr. Ọlátúnjí Tóba George. Dr. Olúwalẹ́mí Susan Ìkọlùwà. Dr. Olúwalẹ́mí Esther. Dr. Olúyẹmí Olúwafẹ́mi Sunday. Dr. Oríjì Dámilọ́lá Ọlájídé. Dr. Ọ̀sẹ́sìsì Olútọ́pẹ́ Amọ́sàdé. Dr. Oyeyemi Olúwaṣeyì Stephen. Dr. Oyelako Goodness Oyewale. Dr. Popola Ṣefúnmi. And Dr. Samson Gloria Oyinolúwa.
That needs your energy, that needs your ideas, and that needs your courage as well. Whether you remain here or practice abroad someday, remember that your service is tied to a larger purpose, to improve health outcomes, strengthen communities, and uplift humanity. In conclusion, as you join this family of professionals whose work changes lives every day, wear your white coat with humility and your stethoscope with responsibility, and meet each patient that you treat with the respect and the empathy they deserve. Congratulations, doctors. May you have a career ahead of you. Thank you very much.
Round of applause.
We say congratulations to you. Do you know that you are the 51 solutions healthcare challenges we have in the world, in Ekiti State, in Nigeria? Come on, celebrate yourself. Please sit there. I would like to invite my secretary, the members of Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, Ekiti State chapter. I warmly congratulate and welcome the 30 new female medical doctors. hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. And we celebrate all of you with great pride. As women in medicine, you bring a unique strength to healthcare. You will be healers, you will be leaders, you will be mentors, you will be innovators, you will be advocates, and for many of you, you will be mothers. Like our motto of M1, healing with the love of the mother. The journey ahead of you will be demanding, but be assured that you are well equipped. You belong to a generation of women doctors who are breaking barriers, who are redefining leadership, and we expect you to know that excellence knows no gender. The Medical Women Association of Nigeria exists to support, mentor, and empower you. M1 is your professional family committed to your growth, leadership, development, and advocacy for women and children. I encourage you to stay connected, remain involved, and be willing to serve wherever you find yourself. I encourage you to prioritize your own health and well-being, because a healthy doctor is a strength. But welcome you to this noble profession, into the Medical Women Association of Nigeria, into the state chapter. I wish you a fulfilling, impactful, and successful medical career. Congratulations. At this point, permit me to call on the podium Dr. Faith Fakparusi for the emblem of our association. Dr. Faith Fakparusi, please come forward. A round of applause for her. And finally, what a man can do of Nigeria in the state chapter, we present a word of excellence to Dr. Iru's daughter, Agata, in recognition of your outstanding academic excellence and the overall best graduate Ekiti State University.
Dean of faculties present, heads of departments, medical elders, members of state, and other distinguished personnel here today. My dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, standing here today before you is both an honor and a humbling moment. To be named valedictorian of this class is something I accept with deep gratitude, and not just for the recognition, but for the privilege of speaking on behalf of a group of people who have walked one of the most demanding and most transformative journeys together. The class of 2025, the Phoenix Medics. My colleagues and I sincerely appreciate the Vice Chancellor, Professor Joseph Bawatola Ayodele, for his continued and unwavering support for the College of Medicine. I appreciate the Registrar of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria and her representative for his presence today, and for their immense contributions to our training. I would also like to appreciate the induction lecturer. Professor Abiodun Adewiya, for such an enlightening and inspiring lecture, and our medical elders for their presence today. I'm deeply grateful to the Provost of the College of Medicine, Professor Oladimeji Ajayi, for being such a father figure to us throughout this journey. I appreciate the deans of faculty present and the heads of departments. I would also like to thank a very special group of people, our parents, those that are here, and those who may have lost along the way, for the greatest sacrifice of all. For holding on to this journey. We love you and we are grateful to you, and we will not take your sacrifice surreal to be standing in front of you all as best graduating students for a journey I almost gave up on so many years ago. First and foremost, I'm grateful to God, the one with whom there are no mistakes or delays, the one who makes all things beautiful in His time, for reminding me and all of us that His plans for us are better than any plans we could possibly have made. To our lecturers and clinical instructors, we thank you for your patience, your rigor, and your unwavering commitment to excellence. You have challenged us when we were comfortable, supported us when we doubted ourselves, and constantly reminded us that competence without compassion is incomplete. We are better doctors because of you today. I'm eternally grateful for the best support system the girl could ever ask for. My parents, Mr. and Mrs. Yusufa, who I love with all of my heart, for giving me everything I need to stand here before you today, no matter the cost. My siblings, Osas, Ladies, and Omoye, for always reminding me that I am stronger than I realized for choosing and staying on this path. My aunt and uncle, Mrs. Booker, Mrs. Awe, Nurse Eriwode, and Barrister Peter Eriwode, who have loved me like they have gone through every moment of this journey and even beyond. My best friend in the world, Lawal Adebayo, for always cheering me on and pushing me to be better. My friends who have become my family, Oluwole Blessing, Akishika Isaac, Adekarasi Faith, Okunda Isi Deborah, Ekunda Emolua, Adeoye Tinola, and Ojo Sunday, for pushing me to be better without even realizing it, for running the most chaotic but most productive study group to ever exist, and ultimately for being such a amazing friend. My friend Dolapo for always rooting for me, and everyone who has left their busy schedule to celebrate with me today, I'm grateful to you. I'd like to extend a special shout out to my favorite medical students of all time, Ekimoye Oreoluwa, Shelwa Koluwalope, and Young Osborne for always being in my corner. These past 8 years have been some of the most trying times of my life, but I beat the odds. I went the distance. I came, I saw, and I conquered, and I couldn't have done it without you. Colleagues, the Phoenix Medics class of 2025, these special kids, the best class to ever grace these halls. Like our induction lecturer has said, this moment is the sum total of all your hard work, and so I ask that you hold your heads high. We may have been considered just lucky at the beginning of this journey, but it is through God and your shared hard work that we sit here today. Today marks the end of one chapter, but the beginning of many more. Wherever our paths may take us, may we carry forward the lessons of this journey, the bonds we have formed, and the purpose that brought us here. And finally, to anyone sitting at the beginning of a journey that appears scary, too hard, or endless, look upon the Phoenix Medics and let us be your evidence that even when you are tired, afraid, and overwhelmed, you too, like the Phoenix, can rise and soar to greatness. Thank you very much.
Medical induction in the ceremony. This is the very first one that we share in the capacity as of University. I must say thank you, sir, for the tremendous support that we have received. Probably, except for the first induction, this is probably one of the most colorful inductions that the college has organized. Thank you for the support we have received. I remember just 3 days ago with the provost, we're chasing the Vice Chancellor around the campus, and there's another function. Say, come, they approve. And we had 100% approval for this induction. Thank you so much. You see, after inconvenience itself this morning, I won't mention the details, to ensure that we give a beautiful welcome to visitors from Abuja. Thank you so much, sir, for the support for our visit. We also want to thank other members of the State University Management Committee, academic to the University of Liberia. I must thank our staff from Abuja. The registrar did everything possible to be here because since she was appointed, she had never been at the State University, either for accreditation or for medical induction. And she was looking forward being at university for the very first time, if not for the Senate. This morning, she just saw a summon that she has to appear in the National Assembly. And immediately, he called a very good friend from Abuja, Dr. Idani and Liu, and about 6:30 this morning that please proceed to Ekiti to ensure that this induction actually goes. So he was informed actually this morning. All our invitees, CMDs from FMC, from our SOs, FTH to Ekiti, the colleague in the course of College of Mercies, particularly Abdul and the deans of faculty, professors in the college, of course members of our ceremonial committee, and most particularly the provost for entrusting this very sensitive assignment into our committee. And also important to stress that our provost is the sixth provost of our college and also supervising the sixth induction of our college. So thank you so much for that. And to the graduates, now we are now making doctor. I have my induction 25 years ago, but today we are now colleagues. We are colleagues. We are no longer our students. We are now making doctor. We wish all the best in medical practice. The NSA have mentioned to you to do at the dance. Make sure you continue to update your skill. And please remember the university and remember the college. This is a matter. Whether you find yourself, you are not paying all over the world, always give back. You give back to the matter. Give back to the students. Give back to the college. I wish you education-free medical practice. To the parents, thank you so much for the years of labor. Today, you have seen gains and wish them all the best in the medical practice. Just to mention that after the tradition list, we have party at the college. The party will take place, reception at the College of Nursing. The place is prepared, so we expect all our guests, to find their way to the College of Nursing for the one reception. Once again, congratulations. Wish all our guests, those that have traveled, learning nurses. Induction lecturer, I must sincerely thank you, sir. All the way from Lagos, as you come from our provost, the son of the soil. We are at actually roadblock. We've contacted 1 or 3 people to come and speak. And I'll mention the department. The department that want to produce the national lecturer, we reached out to them. They said they don't have anybody in mind. And we have to consult the provost, and we switched to the Department of Psychiatry. And we reached out to our national lecturer. I said, yes, I will come to Ekiti. Thank you so much, sir. Go back to the destination. Long live the State College of Mercy. Long live the State University. Long live the state. And with peace and prosperity. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ gbà.